Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Big J, and I'm in the building with my boy HD the King. How we doing, broski?
What's up, man? Everything's great. How you feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling good, brother. I'm feeling good. It's we've been trying to get this thing for a hot little minute, and now that we finally got it, man, listen, I'm ready for it.
It's been long overdue. How long has it been since we known each other now? Maybe a year?
It's been
That's
about a
insane.
it's been about a year because I've been knowing you for about as long as I've been trying to, do the kick thing, and I've been on kick for over a year, a little over a year. So I would say a year and a few months maybe. So I've known you for about over a year. So that's
And
crazy
it's
how time
dope.
flies, right?
And time flies and time will tell because you are definitely a dope creator, dope person. You somebody that always comes to my streams. You always show support and love. And when I up to your streams, you always shout me out, show me love. You always tell the community, show me some love. So I always appreciate you for that. W vibes, man.
Hey man, and you know what? I want to say that I appreciate you too. And for those that don't know, this guy right here was my very first host on Kick. So if y'all don't know what a host is, that is a raid. So he rated out to me, and I was like, yo, I got rated by AC the King. And he came in, he's like, I like your vibes, and he was like, you're real cool. And next thing you know, we became homies. And I was like, I'm gonna go on his stream too. And I was see he was on 2K, and I was like, yo, he got the music playing, real cool dude. I was like, yo, so it was definitely a vibe. And I gotta say, man, I appreciate you for that hosting. Ever since you was my first host, you always came through and always supporting. And I appreciate you, bro.
For sure, man. And look, like you said, it was the vibe. I think that was the common ground. If you guys aren't familiar, like Jay goes crazy when it's party time. Why do you think they call him Too Lit? Big J Too Lit. I'm trying to tell you. Like, man, I was like, when I heard the selection that you were playing, I'm like, yes, classics, classics. Like, I don't know if I don't know if we ever spoke about this. If you did DJ work, but I went to your channel. And I thought I'm like, man, this guy's a DJ. He's a DJ. Like,
you
I could
know,
book him right now. He's gonna have this room turned up for us right now.
if they gave me like if they just gave me like digital music, like just like select songs and stuff, give me that. I could be probably one of the best DJs out there. But when it comes to turntables and all of that, bro, I gotta learn. I gotta learn. I
I
got a
feel
long
that.
way. I got a long way.
Nah, I feel that, and that's what I'm saying. Like, just coming into the vibes, I could have been fooled because like you got the lights going. It's a show. When I first stopped by, I'm like, oh no, he has a show going on, and I was legit entertained. I stood up. Usually I would get off the stream and run to my bed because we on for a few hours. We playing 2K for a long time. So I stopped and I'm like, oh man, my guy going crazy over here. And then the interaction, you got a quick interaction. You read the chat very quickly. And from my memory, your chat was moving that day. It wasn't like you're just sitting on the bot continuing down. Like you know how you have a bot and it's
Yeah,
playing music? No, you got the chat moving, you're reading, you're talking to everybody. So I was like, nah, this man is really on his work. And upon furthering getting to know you, I was just like, damn, we got a lot of things in common.
you
You
know,
know what I'm saying?
to be honest, I remember when I first started streaming, like the first 2 years I was streaming. I never forget. So like whenever you read chat, you got to be really good with the chat, otherwise the opportunity will pass you by. So there was times where people would come in the chat and I'm too busy trying to play a game like Call of Duty, where you gotta stay focused, on the game. So like when you look back at the chat and you see that somebody may have said something like 5 minutes ago and you didn't say nothing, they'd be like, man, he probably ignored me and left out. I've had people unfollow me because they thought that I was ignoring them, and I'm like, that wasn't the case. I don't ignore anybody. When people come in my stream, I try to acknowledge everybody. Even if I'm mad at them, I'll still acknowledge them because I would want them to acknowledge me if I was in their stream. So, you know, that's just
You
how it
got a you
goes.
got a point there. Yeah. I honestly and genuinely feel bad every time I feel that I read a message late. And I feel like I could tell when I read a message late because I know how much time I spend locked in when I'm playing 2K. And that's probably the only game that gets me like that because every other game or anything else that I'm doing, I could usually keep up with the chat. But when I'm playing 2K, it's kind of like I get immersed in the game. I feel like I'm on the court. I'm vicariously living my hoop dreams through 2K.
I'm telling you, and you be balling, bro. I'll be like, yo,
I
every time I
appreciate that,
watch you,
man.
you be doing your thing, man. I'm telling you,
Well,
I got it, man. I don't know if you really like linked up with him, but Two Real be gaming,
oh yeah, I know Too Real. Yes,
man.
sir. We ain't get to
Yo,
link up in
y'all
2K.
gotta link up, man. I'm telling you, I think y'all would do some really good damage to the opponents on 2K. I'm just after watching you and watching what he do, bro. Y'all be a hard duo to stop. I'm just saying,
Yeah, I watch him. IQ goes a long way for sure. Because
definitely.
one of my players, if you guys aren't familiar with 2K, it's like everybody's dunking in the game now, high flying, going crazy. One of my characters don't even dunk. He's 6'3", he's short, and I just I have a tendency to still get to the rim and lay the ball up, play below the rim, old school basketball.
Hey, you got you like a AI.
And yeah, definitely. I put braids on him too, like a little AI.
Hey, let's go.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Got my
So
character. Hmm.
normally what I do is I'll give the guests the red carpet, kind of let them introduce themselves. Man, we just went straight into it. I want people to get to
Sir.
know you, so I'm gonna let you introduce yourself to the people out there.
All right, the family. I'm HD the King. I come from a background of music. I live in New York City. I used to do hip hop music until I got hit by a car, unfortunately, in 2019. And then right after 2019, I got hit, right? It was August 2019, I got hit. Then the pandemic happens. That's when I found this streaming journey. I figured I love basketball. I never had the luxury of playing basketball on a high level in college or any of that, but I always played in high school, always played around the way. And I figured, let me go for my dreams in 2K. I seen 2K had a basketball league. Like, so if you play hard enough, if you play with the right teams, you can get drafted to the 2K league. So I was like, wow. In the moment during that pandemic, I said, this is a cool way for me to make something happen. Also, I got 3 kids. I'm a family man. So I said, I just got injured from work. I'm home playing video games. It's a perfect opportunity in my eyes. And things didn't go the way I had planned, only because the game changes every year. What you learn in 2K20 is changing by 2K24. The
Right.
dynamics, everything changes.
Oh yeah.
The gameplay. So that part I was fine with. The more intriguing part of the journey was everybody that I met, the connections that I've made, the things that I've learned. There's a lot of things that I didn't. I said I came from a background of music, so I knew how to engineer, how to record vocals. I didn't play any instruments, so I would just do vocal, not mastering, but enough to get our music out there, right?
Yeah.
And when I got into the streaming world, I didn't know anything about anything. I got a Canon camera that I was using to to hook up to my laptop. I had a whole green screen setup. Like it was like I really paid like maybe two K for everything, not knowing.
Dang.
Yeah, not knowing.
Dang. Yeah, man.
And but
It
I
gets
say though,
expensive.
I have no regrets though because all the equipment I've used, I feel like I found a way to utilize for what it's worth. The laptop I purchased, I've went live streaming on it plenty of occasions. I've done my own thumbnails on Canva with them, TikToks. So the content creation, if you want to make the content, we're gonna find a way regardless. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I wish that
Nice.
I didn't get hit by the car, but thankfully we're good now. So
Hey.
that's where we at with it.
All right, I got a couple of questions I want to ask, and if you want to discuss like different topics, we can. So, what inspired you to start streaming?
I think to be completely transparent, just pivoting from what I was doing, I was a truck driver, so I had to find another career. And I thought that streaming would be an outlet to help me get noticed in the 2K league. So that was the start of my journey right there, was to pivot my career. And I thought I could have a career in gaming along with 2K. But I see that this streaming stuff is it's very broad. There's a lot that you can do. You can do IRL streams, cooking streams. Th- There's things I haven't even seen people do. I haven't even seen people do a book club stream. I'm pretty sure it's out there somewhere.
Yeah, they got a stream for everything
It's a
nowadays.
stream for everything.
For real, for real. Let me see. So, interesting one. Okay, so how did you come up with your streaming channel name?
Okay, so HD the King, that's a rap name that I had. HD being because at the time everybody was luxurious. It was like bling bling this. So I've been rapping since maybe about 2007, maybe earlier. I'm 32 years old right now, so I lost track of time, right? But I've been rapping for a long time. So when I called myself HD, a lot of people in the neighborhood didn't even have HD TVs yet. It was still the box sets.
Dang. So
Yeah, we're gonna
you was
take it
definitely
back.
ahead of the time. Ahead of the time.
Yeah, I was one
I
of the
like that.
first people in the area with a flat screen, and they used to be like, "Oh, look at who he think he is. He got the HD TV over here." So I'm like, "Damn!" They keep saying that he got the HD TV. So it just rung. Okay, HD the King, and then the King part came from I felt like as humans we have to big ourselves up, whether it might be unpopular to the masses. I'm not saying I'm the king to put anybody down. If anybody does history, there were many kings and queens of different lands. I just want to be the king of my kingdom, my home, my family,
Yeah,
for my humble rising. So that's where my name HD the King comes from right there.
I like that. I like that. Real
Yes,
talk. I
sir.
like that. So, I mean, I know what kind of content you do, but what type of content do you usually stream? Like for those that may want to know.
So if you guys catch me on the regular, I'm gonna start off with NBA 2K. It's just something that pumps my blood about playing basketball and just calling out zones. It's kind of like you're playing chess. And the five people on your team and the five people on the other team, those are the chess pieces. You're moving them around to figure out how we're gonna win this game. So I just something about that gets me going. Secondly, I like to play with the community. So once I'm done getting my competitive juices flowing, I take time to rock out with anybody that may be a new viewer. Um, Other people that I want to build and collab with. I understand a lot of people don't play NBA 2K, play sports games for that matter. So I take that time after I'm done playing basketball to rock out with the community. And weekly, we have the podcast segments, which we're talking about wrestling, unwelcome your thoughts off the hip. And I got my brother Razor on there with me. So we looking to do a bunch of things.
You know
But those are
what?
the two, gaming and podcast. Yes, sir.
Whenever I'm done with these questions, I want you to talk a little bit about your podcast for those that
All right,
may
cool.
be interested. You know, because I know I
Yes,
am.
sir.
You know, I'm a big
Yes,
wrestling
sir.
fan, so I would love to hear more about that.
Bet that. Yep.
What streaming platform do you prefer to stream on, and why?
Okay, so I love that question because this is something that I always find myself talking about with people. Um, First, I just want to add in before I give my answer. I believe that us as the content creators, we're the brand. So, whatever you choose to stream or put your content on, that's fine. But I would just urge everybody to remember that you are the brand. And with that being said, um, I enjoy streaming on Kick the most. Why is that? Kick is, well, excuse me, not Kick. Twitch. I'm sorry, Twitch because it's more accessible to everybody. When you turn on your PlayStation, when you turn on your Xbox, the only two options you have are Twitch and YouTube. So it's a more um casual friendly experience for people that might not know about Kick, D Live Space just closed down recently, but any other streaming platforms, Rumble, YouTube, that people may not know about, they go to those two. They see it on their PlayStation, on their Xbox, and they can just stream right away from there. And I enjoy the interactions with everybody. You know what I'm saying? From casual to the hardcore gamers. And I feel Twitch at the moment gives me that, and so does YouTube. But I've had a hard time finding my footing on YouTube more than I have on Twitch. And I think that's maybe just due to maybe my approach. Maybe I leaned more towards live streaming and building on Twitch more than I did YouTube. And my approach to YouTube was post editing content
Oh,
rather than
okay.
live streaming. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
would post up informational videos on NBA 2K. The best jump shot for your point guard, the best jump shot for your big man, things like that. So
Hey, but
that was my content.
you know what though? I would say don't give up on that because a lot of people don't realize when you upload a video, it may not be on and popping like the first like few months, but give it time and you can gain so much viewers and subscribers from it. So like that's why a lot of people say when you upload your content on YouTube, don't delete none of it, because you never know what your next big video is gonna be. Like any one of them could take off. All of them can take off. So I would just, suggest that you keep putting it up there, brother, because they always got people out there that's trying to perfect their shot on 2K.
Nah,
Ah,
and look, and you right, because one of my better videos on 2K, it was it went up, and it was something totally unrelated to gameplay. It was just me putting information out on the next event that was dropping. It was called Boot Camp. It was an event for people that make new characters, and just me putting that information out, I guess the algorithm picked it up. And like you said, at that moment in time, I didn't give up on that. And maybe I should go back to that essence. I've been focusing more on uploading the podcast to my YouTube channel, and I haven't focused as much on the gaming side. But again, that's where I lean towards. I put in a lot of hours live streaming, and that's
oh
where I gotta
yeah.
find balance. Yeah, that's where I gotta find the balance at right there. Gotta find
Hey,
some balance right there.
nothing wrong with putting in that work, but yeah, I definitely agree, man. You get you some more of them uploads, and I'm telling you, I got a feeling about this, bro. I feel like you can do so much on YouTube. I'm living proof, man. If anybody ever says that it ain't possible, I'm living proof. So
I was so happy for you too, and man, when I seen you get, I was like, this is what you've been up to. Remember, I told you, I was like,
yeah,
man, I was like, I've been wondering where you've been at. Then I was like, yeah, you go. So I was really happy for you to see you still grinding and going at it for sure, man.
yeah, man. I was very blessed. I just want to say I appreciate you guys. Without you guys, this wouldn't have been happening, and you guys inspire me to keep pushing. So much love to you guys for real.
That's a major fact. I feel the same way.
Okay, let's see what we got here. So, what's the most memorable moment you've had while streaming?
The most memorable moment. I think the most memorable moment that I've had is having the people that I looked up to in the 2K community show me love, accept me for who I am, and give me like that wink, like I see you.
Yeah,
That that itself did enough for me, because if people don't know, there's things called 2K logos, right? There's content creators that have 2K logos, and they have a working partnership with 2K. They get invited to 2K Day, which they get to test out the game before it comes out. Some of these creators have their own archetype build in the game. So there's a lot of special things that come with having your name attached to 2K and being partnered with them. So just again, having that head nod, that wink from the people that I feel like I looked up to, that I respect, that means a lot to me, for sure.
definitely. Definitely want to say I appreciate you, Willie and Mickey B, Iron Man Duck. You guys are loved. Thank you for tuning in. If y'all have not followed my guy HD the King, make sure you show my boy some love, man. Really great guy.
Appreciate y'all.
On Twitch, on Kick, he on all the platforms, man. Don't miss out. Don't miss out on the legendary content.
Yes, sir.
let's see where we at right now. Okay, this is a good one. How do you handle trolls or negative comments in your chat?
It's funny because we was just kind of talking about that, but I just found a way to play off of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't look to get too serious because I feel something one of my close friends told me is that people are looking for attention, right? And it doesn't make it right where they looking for attention, but somebody they might need to laugh that day. So me combating a troll with my positive human energy maybe made them laugh, right? And now it's gonna prevent them from trolling somebody else that it may actually hurt that day.
Right.
See, I got more thick skin, so I've people said a lot of stuff to me online, and I just kind of laugh it off, like like oh look at them going crazy on me, like you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it doesn't really bother me. So if we could just stop it from continuing to happen,
Hmm.
and just play off of it again. Like I was telling you earlier, we're the creators, we're the entertainers.
Right.
So people want to be entertained, and trolling is subjective, right? What one person may find as trolling, somebody else may not find, or like, oh, whatever, like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's joking around or whatever. But trolling could be taken to a serious level where it can have a negative effect on people, and some trolling can be lighthearted. I've seen people troll and then they apologize for it right after, like, nah, I was just kidding around, man. I just wanted to see what you was gonna say. And they seen I
Definitely.
didn't have a negative response, so they'll just support me and be cool after that.
Oh yeah. They do, and I witness it all the time. Like even if it's not in my stream, I see it happen in a lot of people's streams, and just see how they handle it is a whole different approach. But yeah, man, it's good to see that you handle it with the best of positive, energy instead of negative. Because man, I've seen some people handle it negative. I was like, oof, you feeding right
Yeah, I
into it.
mean, yeah, because if they say something funny, I might say something tongue in cheek, a little sarcastic, but it's not like, oh my goodness, like it's not like unbearable. Like it's not gonna be if you're listening to my stream and you're not gonna turn away, you're gonna laugh. You're
Right.
gonna be like, okay, you know what I'm saying? All right.
Yeah, definitely. So I know what your favorite game is, but is there any other games that you like to play when you're not playing NBA 2K?
Yeah, so I found myself playing a lot of Fortnite, which is it's funny because Fortnite was a game that when it first came out, I always said, nah, I don't think I'd play that. And then over the past year, a lot of people invited me to play and they'll keep inviting me. So I started, and just like my competitive self that I am, I said, no, I'm gonna be good at this game too. And yeah, I do wild stuff in Fortnite. I'll go into solo lobbies. I'll go into a duos lobby by myself. If they give me a partner, they give me one. I just like to have fun and test the limits. You know, see what's going on in the gaming world. I've always been the thing is for me gaming it's so competitive for me because I grew up with a lot of friends. My next door neighbor with three brothers, and we'll spend hours on the Nintendo 64. WWF No Mercy, Blitz,
Hey,
Super Mario Party, like Super Smash Brothers. Like I'm talking about like
classics.
yeah, PlayStation games. Remember the multi-tab, the
Oh yeah.
L-shaped multi-tab you had all the controllers in? Like,
Yes.
so I just, I've always had a nostalgic thing in the back of my mind and heart for playing video games with people and sharing the experience. I'd rather play multiplayer games than single player games. I'll
Same.
say that.
Same.
Yeah.
I when I start, that's why like whenever I don't know if you heard of Mixer, but Mixer, when I first was
Hmm.
streaming, everybody would be like, do you want to co-stream? There was a lot of people that didn't co-stream, but there was like I was one of the people that loved to co-stream because I like playing multiplayer games. So you play multiplayer games, that includes people. So when people want to co-stream, that's usually one to play a multiplayer game. So I was all on that. So I was like, yeah, that's easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm down with that. So man, those collabs are always cool. So when people ask to collab with me, I'm always about it because I've always been one to, game with, people and play multiplayer games. So nothing wrong with a solo game, but I just know me, my experience. I like gaming with people making friends. So multiplayer is always the way to go. For
Yeah, look, and we was just speaking about it. I got my PC, right? I
Uh
don't download a lot of games, but one of my people had me download Among Us on Steam.
huh. Ooh.
And we just having fun in the Discord. Like I'm just and I'm not that was my first time playing that game. So I'm like I'm legit having fun on
Yeah.
a simple game.
Yeah. Hey, that game, man. Listen, my community will tell you that game gets crazy. That game gets wild, man. I've had so many people play that game, and let's just say people get mad at the end because it's like you catch on, It's like you start to get that feeling of who's faulty, who's lying, who's
Yeah.
bluffing, and you kind
Yeah.
of and then like some people they're so good at convincing other people that they are the imposters when they're the one that's the true imposter. So it's like,
So
bro,
deceptive.
and
Yeah.
some people are really good at being deceptive, and it's like, man, he's good. Don't
It's
listen to
like
him. He's good.
yeah. I experienced that
We
day.
won't name
I was,
names.
yeah. And I was man, it's just little experiences like that, right? I wouldn't find that experience if I was just solely on 2K. So that's another thing that I could say. I'm open to trying new games um outside of my comfort zone, so to speak. If anybody approaches me with an idea, I'm always open to listening to what's the suggestion, what's the idea, what's the game we playing. I've played games that I haven't enjoyed, but I still did it to bond and still build and see if I can find a joy in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like I played Helldivers, and me personally, I'm not a I don't really find the vibe in Helldivers for me. But some of my people they enjoy playing it, so if they send me an invite, I'm gonna join up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna run with them and do my best to get them what they need in that game.
yeah. It kind of looks almost like a Halo type game mixed with what is that other game? The other one. I can't think of the name, but Starship Troopers. It's like Starship Troopers
Okay.
mixed with Halo, and it is very interesting, man. I looked at it, I wanted to get it, but my funds wasn't looking right, so I was like, let me not get it. So, but
Nah,
I do tend to watch a lot of people play it though.
it's like there's a new game I see people playing Elden Ring or something. Elden Ring, I think. Like that looks like a game that I'm like, okay, maybe I could get into that. But then the chances are, it looks like a game I gotta grind too. Like I'm gonna have to spend hours on this game too.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
like
them games that's a grind, man. It's like we know them 2K games, NBA, we know WWE, NFL Madden, them kind of games are grind. You can't just ever get what you want. You have to grind to get what you want on those games. So
well, I think look, I was having this conversation with my boy the other day, and I was
see,
explaining that I think basketball is it's a weird dynamic because there's so many animations. When you make your character, you can like you say Allen Iverson. I could make my character dribble like Allen Iverson or Michael Jordan, but which animation is gonna give me the most space
right.
for the jump? Now, after that, now you got to find your jump shot bases, your animations, and then 2K is constantly patching the game. So if something is overpowered here, oh nah, these guys are making too many shots with the Steph Curry base. We gotta
Oh
bring
man.
yeah, we gotta bring that down a notch. And they do that throughout the whole year, so it's kind of like man. And I see in Call of Duty they kind of do it too with the guns, where somebody may be used to whatever guns they using, and then they made a patch. Now this gun is better. So that's the intriguing thing about the grind in itself. You kind of gotta keep yourself sharp. Like
Yeah,
you
kind
gotta
of kind of
see
tune in with everything because you never know when something's gonna get nerfed or whatnot. So
yeah, I mean that's how it was for me. I just took a few months. Like I want to say 2K is a weird game because in the first few months everybody's grinding for that legend status, top 10 status, and usually people hit it within the first month or two of the game being released. So
right.
by the time I want to say December, January rolls around, the excitement of the whole community has died down. They've seen the legend prize. they know what you get at the end. So some people like, I'm not going for that no more. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So it's a weird. Then I found myself not playing for maybe about a month, a month and a half, and I was doing a lot of podcast work. I was doing a lot of playing Fortnite, TikToks, and things like that. And then when I did play 2K, I'm like, whoa, things feel different. I
Oh
started to
yeah.
feel the rust off one game. So yeah, those type of games are definitely a grind right there.
Let's see. What's your streaming schedule like? Do you have a streaming schedule or kind of just go with it?
I want to say for the first two parts, for the first 2 years, I had a random schedule, and whenever I go with it, I go with it. But
Mm-hmm.
now, consistently every day, 9 o'clock p.m., I'll hit my stream, and I'll stay on till the end time is usually random. It's give or take based on how the games are going for the night. Like if I lose some of my teammates, and I feel like we went on a 5, 6, 10 game win streak, I think we could call it there. Rejuvenate for the next day. If there's moments where we've been, because this happens a lot too, we're on stream and we're waiting for teammates, right? Somebody got to walk their dog. Somebody got to go to. There's a lot of things going on. So sometimes we find ourselves on stream a little longer than we want to be on there.
Right.
But generally from 9 p.m. Eastern time, so I would like to say the latest I'll be there is 7 in the morning. And if I hit 7 in the morning, chances are I'll leave content up. Content meaning either other people's YouTube videos that haven't been noticed. I'll put those on the screen for people, or I'll just put my older YouTube content for people to see. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying?
Oh yeah. That's a good way to get your YouTube out there for sure.
Yeah, I've done that a few times. I have a playlist of my videos from the oldest to the newest run.
Oh
And some
yeah.
people, I'll see because I'll take my phone with me as I'm outside, and I'll see them writing in the chat like, "Oh, wow, I didn't know you did this." Like, yeah, go check it out.
Oh yeah.
I'm always looking for a way to cross promote right there.
Definitely, definitely. All right. So, what do you enjoy most about being a streamer?
um, this one, a lot of people may not understand this, but the joy that my kids get from seeing me, they feel like I'm a movie star when they see, the kids, they on the tablets, they watch YouTube all day. So when I'm done doing a project and then they see me on the screen, they're like, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy's on the screen. How they start asking so many questions. How are you here? How are you there? Like, and then it kind of it makes me feel like a kid again. Like, wow, I remember when I used to ask those kind of questions, and I want to show them that you guys could do this and more. If you guys want to edit videos, you can do it. If you feel like I'm doing something, then do whatever y'all want to, whatever you want to guys do. So being an inspiration to my kids is something that I didn't think they'll see me streaming and correlate it to, oh, he's doing something. You know what I'm saying? So they look at it more than me just playing the game. They say, oh, you're going to work. you're going
Hey,
you're going to work. Yeah.
I like that. That was pretty cool. I like that. That
Yeah.
was that was
Appreciate
nice.
it.
No doubt. Um, how do you keep your content fresh and engaging for your audience?
Research, study, due diligence. Feel like you gotta, as the person that's making the content, you have to do your best to see what's working, also be different, but throw your hint on it. Don't be afraid to be you within working within a formula. Like there, to me, I believe in formulas. I believe that there's certain things that's done within content, and there's no coincidence that this format is what's working. People enjoy that format. It kind of goes to like when people started pivoting and making YouTube shorts and TikToks, those things started blowing up. And people make a lot of their, even if it's long form content, they find a way to cut it down in a short form and drawing in even more audience that didn't know about the long form. So
Hey,
yeah.
Man, let my boy cook. My boy in the kitchen, he cooking. He
Yes, sir.
cooking, yo.
Appreciate
Let's
it, bro.
go. I love it, man. Hey, every question that I've asked so far, man, you have answered. Like, I like your answers, man, for real. Like, some really good answers to the questions, for real. Let's see. Savvy Cat, hey, hey. Yes, always break down the content info, more content into more content. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Savvy Cat, I don't know if you followed my guy. Make sure you check him out, man. Really great content creator. He's on both Twitch, he's on Kick, he's on YouTube. I gotta get my guy over on the good old TikTok, man. We gotta get him on TikTok.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
She loves TikTok, man. She been on TikTok. Definitely, y'all show everybody love. You know how we do.
Yeah. Just to add on to what we've been talking about. I tell a lot of my people too. Don't be afraid to invest in yourself. There's things that people don't tell you, and maybe they may forget. It might go over their head to tell you. But I tell people when I'm suggesting to use an application, if for example, if I'm telling you to use CapCut, I also tell people I use CapCut Pro. I pay for the Pro version to unlock everything in the application. Canva, I pay for Canva Pro. I'm unlocking and it's an investment into myself because now when I make my content, people are gonna be like, "Whoa, how'd you get the?" Yeah,
Hey, man.
yeah,
You know, I always was told if it's free, it's for me. But if you can get that extra, that privilege to get the extra stuff, man. Listen, I'm with it, man. And for you to get the pro version, bro, I've seen the tools that they got on Canva. Canva is a really good place, and man, I can definitely salute you on that because man, I know Canva is a good place. I know when you're new, working your way into it, it looks difficult seeing all these different things. But whenever you get used to it, man, everything becomes easy. And I just want to say, bro, you that guy. Boss
thank
lady,
you, bro.
Jugnath, what's up, man? How y'all doing? CapCut Pro is pretty cool too. I will say CapCut is cool. Hey, Labyrinth. Hey, welcome. Look, all the legends coming in now.
And
Hey,
just to add on, I remember telling the folks earlier I had a background in music. I recently dropped a single on Spotify, on Apple Music, and the artwork from that I made it on Canva myself.
hey,
So it's
let's
just,
go.
it's all about doing your due diligence, your research. If you feel like you're creative, I urge people to create. Do your own create. There's nothing wrong with supporting other like people that's selling artwork and things like that.
Yeah,
But again, if you're a creator, there's nothing wrong with creating for yourself. If you want to save some time, you can do that. But I think it just makes it so much better when you have ownership of everything you've done. Like you can say, I did this and that, and it's all yours, and you could be proud of it. I'm proud of
definitely.
all the work. Hmm.
Yeah, because I know me and a couple of the guys every so often we would kind of get together and we would call it work time. We would work on thumbnails and kind of just throw ideas at each other that we could do to better our craft for our our audience. So it's always cool to see that the progression and things because like I remember when I first started doing thumbnails, I was like, oh, how do I do this? Canva,
Right.
help. I'm like, help, somebody help. How much?
Hmm.
But when you learn the craft of making thumbnails and then as you get better with it, man, it's like a masterpiece. Like I've seen some people that started off like me, not knowing what they're doing, and then got into it and seeing other people. So I can tell you, when it comes to the thumbnails, man, my guy Lost Boy, man, he's a legend at making thumbnails. And I gotta say, man, that guy has crafted his work and his work is really good. So like if you ever look at him on YouTube, and not only does he do thumbnails, he can do like emotes and all that other cool stuff too. So shout out to my boy Lost Boy, TLO game over, you already know. But yeah, man, I feel like when you put the investment into the work, when you put the time and dedication into what it is that you want to perfect, and you keep putting that work in, it's gonna turn out. It's gonna eventually be really good.
Oh yeah, I agree. My whole first year and a half of streaming on Twitch, the money I received, I would do my best to put, I would say 80% of it to the side, and I eventually saved up for my PC. And I I felt proud to go on stream and tell everybody that supported me, like, this is where your support went right here. Now we're not no longer on streaming from a PlayStation, because that's where I started. I started streaming before I had the laptop. I streamed from the PlayStation, then we went to the laptop. So it was like little steps that we were taking, and it was cool to show the folks, like, all right, this is where it's at.
Hey,
And
hey,
we still continuing to grow. Like, I got massive plans that, like, they're just in the beginning stages, but if we plant the seeds correctly, the things everybody could do could be endless and special. Like, we all have a platform to engage with others and build.
I agree.
Like,
I
yeah,
agree because like whenever I first started streaming, all I had was the Xbox. Like I streamed on Mixer, so like that was one of the things you didn't need, you know, a PC or a laptop to stream. You could stream straight from console, and that was pretty cool. And you know, I eventually got a laptop and did my thing, but in order for me to get that, I had to put in the work. So like I was streaming and I was working. So like whatever I got from streaming plus what I got paid, I would kind of put them together and save up. And I got me a laptop. And then from there, that's when I started working on the camera, the microphone, the overlays, the logo, all of that. And then next thing you know, we had a nice little proper setup, and then the rest was history. But man, I tell you, so for those people that are new, that are wanting to be a content creator and streamer, all you need is a console. All you need is a phone. You don't need a laptop. You don't need a, you know,
you need to get
fancy
it going.
PC. If you get started, all you need is your phone or a console, and you good to go.
Yep, you just need to get it going. You got to start somewhere.
Just go live.
Yep,
That's the
I agree with that.
courage. That's the courage. Like, oh, man, I remember them days. That was golden era days, man. That was about 7 years ago. I remember when I went live. I was like, man. And just think when you first become a streamer and then you stream without a camera and then you finally get a camera and you hook up the camera and you're like, do I want to turn the camera on? The pressure on turning the camera on and going live, man, that was something. But you know what? I didn't get many trolls. As much as I thought I was going to get a lot of trolls, I didn't. And you know what? A lot of people rock with me, and it means a lot, man. 'Cause definitely, man, a lot of people they know, you know, they get judged out here. We be getting judged out here, but you
Oh,
know,
of course.
I'm just glad that I got a good community. Shout out to the community because they don't let the trolls live too long in my stream. So,
And that's the beautiful thing. Like, that's what drew me to you. That you gave me the vibe that you weren't judgmental at all. I felt like I could be me. I can be HD the King, the man from New York that has 3 kids that listens to hip hop music and love wrestling,
hey,
and you accept me for me. You know what I'm saying?
always,
And
always,
yeah, and I love those vibes, and that's what everybody should stand on. I know everybody's not gonna stand on that because, you know, some people content are edgy, and they just, the way that they set their content up, you're not gonna see that from them.
right,
But yeah, it's all about positivity, love, getting everybody right. There's ways to be competitive and still keep it lighthearted. Like, you don't have to be competitive and be a demon. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
And you can be a, like, so to speak, a demon playfully. Like, we could get, like, you know, in basketball, we screaming, we just dunked on them. Yeah,
Yeah,
but we can have fun with it. Have fun.
right, right.
Have
Like
fun with it.
there's nothing wrong with talking a little trash and
Yeah.
you know, being, you know, and having fun with it. But you know, there I'm telling you, if I would have known that streaming was a thing a little earlier than what, man, I probably would have had one of the best contents out there because me and my boys, we would play 2K, we play Madden, and every time we lose, somebody was pointing a finger. It was perfect content, man. People to love have heard
I
those
agree.
conversations, bro. I'm telling you, like, but yeah, man, there's nothing wrong with being positive, and but at the same time, talk a little smack. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I already know, man. if you got the skill, flaunt it, taunt it, have a good time, but don't don't be hurting nobody's feelings. Don't be making them cry for no reason. If they
Yeah.
especially if they talking trash, hey, you gotta put a little salt on the wound. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little
Just a
bit.
little bit.
Not
Just a
too
little
much, but
bit.
just a little bit. But that's the game of the that's the name of the game.
Yeah,
But
that's in the belly of the beast when dealing with like sports games or just competitive games. People
oh
gonna
yeah,
show.
hey, a lot of people in here they get competitive. So I know they all know when it comes. I know a lot of them play Fortnite, and I know a lot of them get down on those competitive games. So I'm pretty sure they know Call of Duty.
Oh, I know. Look, I go into a ranked Fortnite lobby. I'm not lasting more than 5 minutes in there. As soon as I drop, somebody's knocking me off. I'm like, man. I'm like, they're not playing with me. They not
Oh
playing
man,
with me.
man. A lot of my people know that I'm known for either music or Fortnite streams, and I ain't played Fortnite in over a month. I know people
Mm.
probably like, Jay, what's going on? I don't know, man. It's like so many people are on Fortnite right now, and it's like, man, I had to take a break. I was getting like, if I don't know if people were looking at my streams, but I'm pretty sure people that's known me for a while could probably say that I wasn't enjoying it like I normally would. So I had to take a break. I miss it, but
I want to say, I feel like this season, I don't know if all the seasons are like the same amount of time as far as how long they last, but this season feel like it dragged a little longer. I found myself not playing it as much this season.
yeah.
Um, whatever was the season with Peter Griffin, I was locked in.
Oh
That
yeah, that
season,
was
yeah,
that was
that
fun.
season, yeah, I
That was
was in.
fun.
But this stuff that they did with the gods and stuff, it was cool for like let's say the first month, and then after that, kind of played out for me a little bit too. So I wasn't on Fort as heavy.
Oh
I can
yeah.
see that.
Let me see. Where are we? What's your long-term goals as a streamer?
My long term goals is to create something bigger than me, meaning it could be anything. It could be a network. It could be a con of some sorts where people annually link up to play in tournaments. I want to create something bigger than me. That's my ultimate goal right there. I want to create something that's going to last for years to come.
I can dig that, a legacy.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. I was just talking about that the last podcast. I want to leave a mark on
Mm.
this earth where people can remember something that I did, and it's something that can be passed on to generations and other content creators. So I really like that. That was a good
Yeah,
one.
yeah. I resonate with your answer as well. That I mess with that for sure.
Okay. And I got my last one, my last question, and then we'll get into your podcast. Because listen, I want to hear about this podcast, and I
All right,
want people
cool.
to be tuned in on this one too. So, what advice would you give to someone who wants to start streaming?
For somebody that wants to start streaming, I would say this: if and this is just being blunt, I feel if you don't have a background in anything that in terms of like you don't have a popularity, you don't have a social following, you're gonna have to understand the first few months. If you don't network, it's gonna be tough. You can't expect to just turn on your stream and people gonna show up. You're gonna have to put yourself out there. I feel like with my research, a lot of people that got a lot of views. When I look at the background of what they do in real life, they're established people as well. Some people have backgrounds outside of streaming. So if you don't have a background outside of streaming, you just enter streaming, you just got to take your time. There's going to be rough patches. There's going to be days where you feel like you've been in 10 people's chats and there's only one person in your chat. And it may hurt. It may feel like, well, why is this happening? Those are the days you got to overcome and just look at the brighter side of things. Look at maybe that's just today. Maybe tomorrow is going to be different. You always got to have that mentality. Always got to worry about your content. You can't worry about what the next person has and what you don't have. Again, it's the things that people don't see. You want to be caught up as to why does Big J and HD have do you see the work that we're putting in behind the scenes when the cameras are off, the engagements we're having, emails that are being sent? DMs and clothes, any of those things. Like, there's a lot that goes into the footwork, um, into actions outside of the platforms itself. Like, I build relationships with people that I met on streams. Some people got my actual phone number and can text me if something's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need advice. It's just a bunch of ways to network, take your time, don't rush. Personally, I've had this experience recently where we were helping a guy and he wanted the sauce, right? How can I go online? How can I make my stream? How can I read the chat? And the guy literally rushed us. Oh, could you hurry up? I'm trying to go stream in an hour. And
Yo, I like what Jug. You see, I don't know if you seen what Jug Knife just said, but he just spoke some truth. He say mathematics. He say only 10% of people you interact with will vibe with you, and that only 3% will support you heavily. So essentially, talk to 100 people, and 10 people will follow you, while three may show up.
that is major facts right
That
there.
is big facts right there. Wow,
Yup.
well said, bro. That's the truth. That is the
And
truth.
listen, it is truth because I can speak from experience. I only speak from experience. I used to, as a person that had just started, I used to wonder, well, I'm nice in NBA 2K. Why why am I not getting the viewers? Why am I not getting the love from the community? I'm a good guy. I'm not like I'm watching other people yell at their teammates. Oh, you screwing up, man. And I used to, you know what? I was like, I can't worry about those things.
Right.
I cannot. There's just certain things that you cannot worry about.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. He said that's a disrespectful dude. Yeah, man. And even upon helping him, he rushed us, and we continued to help him. And I went to his stream a month later, and I seen you didn't listen to our advice, and it just didn't help. And I'm like, wow, like some people are gonna be stubborn. That's another thing. You can't be stubborn.
Right.
I
Facts.
ask questions. I seek out advice. If I feel like I want to know something, I ask. When I didn't know how to turn on my camera, I asked Big J, "Hey, how can I turn on my camera in the Discord and the OBS?" You guys can't be afraid to ask questions. You may not get the answers you want, but
That's true. That's true. You know what they say, closed mouths never get fed. So, if you got a question, ask. Like that's just the best advice that we can give. If you don't know your info on something and you try to do your research, or if you know somebody that may know it, just ask. Like it don't hurt to ask.
and being persistent pays off. Just because one person might have told you no, that doesn't mean that the next person is gonna tell you no or give you the same reaction. You know what I'm saying? You see the little one running
Yeah.
around. So it's being persistent pays off as well too. Like I remember telling you that I was teammates with one of the bigger 2K players, and I would ask him questions and he would kind of give me vague answers, but that didn't stop me from asking other people. Like
Right.
I would still like, no, I need to find this out. I need to find out because there were certain things that I would type on YouTube or Google, and I guess the way I was phrasing it, wording it, I wasn't getting the results I was looking for.
Right.
So then when I would just ask the people that I know, you get the results. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Definitely.
It's and again, it's it may sound funny, but this is a line that I like to say: different strokes for different folks.
I've heard that.
Some people, yeah, like everybody's gonna come into the game different. Like I've seen people enter the game and get 500 followers in like less than a month because of who they are. Because they're a vibrant person, they engaged, and they got the right people on their side. Sometimes it's hard when you got to really start from the mud with nothing. Just as anything's hard when you starting from nothing.
Right. I
So
agree.
that's all I would say about anybody that's new to streaming. Just take your time, be patient, don't give up. Have a 5-year plan for yourself. Have a 5-year, I would say even 10-year, but have a 5-year plan, a realistic. Not saying don't chase your dreams, but have something that's obtainable goals that you can check off on this 5-year journey.
I agree. I agree with that 100%. Always have a plan, and then have a backup plan, and then have a backup plan for that, because
Hmm.
you do not ever know. Like I tell people, whenever Mixer shut down, a lot of people didn't know what they were gonna do, and they were just all over the place. Some people, depended on Mixer like it was their job. People were doing really good, and then when they shut down, some people stopped streaming. Some people went to other platforms. Some people gave it a try, but it just wasn't the same, so they just stopped. So
Mm.
that's like any other platform. Any platform can shut down, but you got to have that other option. That's why I tell people, always seek your options. Never just settle for one platform. Always put your options out there, because you never know. You never know.
Yeah, that's again a huge part of why I said what I said earlier. When I feel like as the creators, we're the brand.
Right.
Um, we speaking about if advice for people that are new. I literally had one of my teammates I was playing the game with yesterday asked me about branding for for the game. Like, oh, what do you think my name should be?
Yeah.
And me personally, Jay, you could correct me if I'm wrong. I felt he wanted to name himself something with TTV in it. And I said, okay, that's cool. You want people to know that you stream on Twitch. But now you're putting yourself in that like one box in terms of now when you want people to follow you on Kick, what you're gonna have a different name, or is it still gonna be TTV? Or is it gonna be so and so on Kick? Or is it like is you
Right.
gonna make it different each time? I would prefer keep the branding the same. You can find me AG the King everywhere. You can find Big J everywhere. Big J Tulit everywhere.
I agree. I agree. So when I first started off, my name was a little different on different platforms, but as I
Mindful.
matured and understood the game and understood how the business aspect of the streaming goes, every platform I have the same name. So my name is the same on all platforms. Welcome in, Hawaiian Vixen. How you doing? Thank you for coming through. We appreciate you. Jugnoff. His name is HD the King on both TikTok and Twitter. And is on Twitch too. Ace, if you go to the description, I have his link for the Twitch. Definitely appreciate you. I appreciate all of y'all. Much love to all of y'all. So let's get down to the nitty gritty, man. Let's talk about this podcast you got, man. Let's
Yes,
let's let's
sir.
talk about this. So, what is your podcast about?
All right. So I'm gonna be blunt. Whenever we live stream and we talk, I feel like people gotta have an audience and base to know what you're talking about. I name mine's Unwelcome Your Thoughts. So people know we're gonna just shoot off the hip. This is gonna be like within the lines of respect without offending anybody. We should be able to share our thoughts. One mic, nobody yelling over each other, nobody stepping on each other, being disrespectful to one of each other, and
Right.
everybody get their point across. And it could be an unpopular thought. It could be a hot take.
Oh
It
yeah.
can be, yo, I think Isaiah Hartenstein is the best center of the Knicks. All right, then that's your opinion, brother. Give me why. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's basically what we do with Unwelcome Your Thoughts. It started off as one. Unwelcome Your Thoughts is the solo, me speaking, and I would talk about topics. We would talk about a lot of things within the streaming community, a lot of current events that take place, hot topics. And then it branched off because I wanted to grow a little bit more. And now we have Unwelcome Your Thoughts off the hip, which we speak weekly, covering is done on Fridays at 10 p.m. live and uploaded on Sundays post. But we'll do it covering SmackDown and a preview to any PLE for WWE coming on before the weekend. And we talking about everything wrestling. If you don't like something, we're not just defending the WWE. We're keeping it real. If there's a storyline that you don't like, you say it. If you love the storyline, then say it too. We want honest thoughts, and that's the point of Unwelcome Your Thoughts right there.
Yo, I like that. I like that, man. Hey, if y'all like wrestling, y'all should tune in to to this podcast because I know I'm going to follow it on Twitch. Brother got to TikTok as well. Yeah, he does have a TikTok. HD the King, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. HD the King and Hawaiian Vixen. I appreciate you for that. Much love. You are so incredible. I just want to let you know I appreciate all the love and support that I get from you and everybody. Like, you guys are amazing for real. If y'all haven't followed each other, y'all need to spread the love to one another. I'm telling you, really great supporters in the community. Oh, the wrestling works. I'm here for it. Hey, I'm telling you, man. I've been on TikTok and I've been looking at a lot of people that be talking a lot of wrestling and they're trying to get their YouTube going. So, man, I might have to introduce some people, man. I'm gonna have to introduce them to you and introduce you to them and let this wrestling thing go. Cause I mean,
Of course. Jug, I hit you back with that follow on Twitch and Savvy Cat as well. I appreciate you guys so much. Big J, I appreciate you definitely having me up here. We could always talk wrestling. That's my favorite thing. I've been watching wrestling since the 90s. Stone
hey,
Cold, The Rock,
the great
Shawn
one.
Michaels, yes, Undertaker. Even, but remember we talk about CM Punk coming back to WWE. We
Oh
was hyped about
man,
that.
yo,
There's
and
a
now they got him on the game, bro.
yes. Oh man. That's another game that I used to go crazy. And remember when you would see me playing the WWE?
Yeah.
Yeah, I platinum trophy this year's version, so I'm off that.
Oh man.
I already finished the game.
Dang, my boy,
I,
yo,
that's how
don't
much I
play,
love wrestling. Yes, sir.
man. I love it. Cool. Just follow the TikTok. Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Man, Jug going crazy. I appreciate
Hey
that so
man,
much.
he's a good supporter, man. One thing I like about Jug is that I was live on TikTok earlier and he came through, and I wasn't expecting nobody to really pop in there, but he popped in and I was like, yo, let's go. Like it's,
God
the
bless.
thing that gets me is that I haven't streamed live on TikTok in forever, and for him to pop in there and just show his love and support, that meant a lot. So I got a few
That's
people that
right.
want me to do my thing on TikTok. So if you guys got TikTok, I'll be live on TikTok a little bit here later. So
Oh yeah, I need to watch out for that notification. I already got you here. I'm looking at it. I went to go see if I got you on TikTok. I definitely have you.
Attitude Era is peak. I don't care what any argument is. Stay watching Attitude Era at nights.
Oh
Tommy
yeah.
Rich, Ron Garvin, the Italian Stallion, Andre the Giant. Those are legends. Hey, she needs to say Hulk Hogan.
Right.
Nice. Hey, for real though. For real.
Classics right there.
That's some classics. That's the golden era right there.
Some
Ooh.
Ricky the Dragon.
Ricky the Dragon, yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's some classic wrestlers right there. He says, and the Hulk Hogan. Man, I'm telling you, oh man. Those are some
And it
iconic names right there.
yeah, the wrestling podcast, it kind of grew too because it was kind of like I started this just as a okay, let's just do something, right? Let's throw stuff to the wall to see what sticks. And I was telling you before we got on that I met my brother Razor on Twitter. Like he reached out, I would like to be on the show, and I got him on the show. And now every week we do the show, and it's just a beautiful thing because again, it just gives me more work. I'm doing more thumbnails, more editing. It's more work. Even when it feels like it's a lot of work, I'd rather feel busy than to feel like, oh, what is there to do? There's always something to do.
I agree. I agree.
There's always
That's
something.
I agree. And that's why I like the movement, man, because every week I try to get a new guest on and I give them the platform to tell their story, how they started and everything about them. And for the chat, the audience, it gives them an opportunity to see if they vibe out with the guests, and if they do, man, that's a potential few supporters that they'll get, and next thing you know, they bond and they friends, they cool. So that's what I like about the movement, man. It's all about bringing people together, and I can pretty much safely say that this is my niche. My niche is bringing people together. So
No, I love it, man. And honestly, your format, I love what you do. Like what you just said, giving everybody like artist spotlight, a streamer spotlight, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? To
Yeah.
give everybody a chance and a platform, like that's really dope in itself. Um, I don't see a lot of people that's willing to just collaborate and show like. And when I say, yeah, I see people collaborate, but this feels genuine. This feels, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I could say going on before the show, if anybody hasn't been on here, doesn't know the process, we was kicking it right before we got on. We kicking it. We kicking it. It's family, just like just like he says, family. It's what it feels like. So
Hey,
I'm definitely, finally, I'm definitely glad to have been a part of it, man, for sure.
hey,
It's been long overdue.
we just getting started, man. You are part of
Hell
the
yeah.
family now, man. HD the King is family, man. Let's go.
Appreciate y'all,
Let's
man.
go. Mad love, man. If y'all haven't followed HD the
Mad love.
King, show my boy some love, man. He is part of the Tulip family, man. Let's go.
I would have said, let's go, man, for sure.
By the
Nothing but good
way,
vibes, man. Yes, sir.
we got the chat. So I know I've asked them all the questions. Chat, do y'all have any questions that y'all want to ask HD the King? If not, you already know I'm gonna give him the microphone and let him give out the shout outs to everybody.
Yes,
They
sir.
usually have some good questions though. Nothing too crazy, but they just
I'm
like
cool. I feel like I'm an open book. Like honestly, if when people get to know me, y'all gonna see we could really just talk about anything. And, like as long as um we could keep things respectful, which I'm pretty sure in this community
yeah,
everybody's respectful. But
definitely.
in terms of not feeling offended by anybody's takes, not talking, we all good. Anybody can ask me anything, any question.
Okay. I got you, Juan Vixen. I got you.
Oh, she's on kick. Let me swing on over
Yeah,
there
she's
real
on
quick.
kick. She said send you a link. I'm gonna post it in your chat.
Okay, bet I hit her with a follow on kick.
Okay, nice.
Let me get her with the follow on YouTube.
I don't think it's gonna let me hey, but you know what? You are good at what you do, Hawaiian Vixen. So
Yeah.
I'm all for that. I'm gonna post his link in this chat. I know if you go to the description on this YouTube channel, if you go to see the details, you'll see the link to his kick, and it should let you click on it, and it'll bring you right to his page if you haven't already got to his channel.
I seen what she wrote. She funny.
Yeah, I was trying to put the link in her. I guess because it's a link, maybe. But what if I just put the name?
Yeah, no worries, Vixen. I hit you with the follow on kick, so you should see it. I wrote in your chat anyway. I
Oh
don't know if
yeah,
that
there you go.
helps.
There you go. Yeah, okay. So it wouldn't let me put the link in. Okay, I got you. Yeah. Gotta have it protected because yeah, it gets
Yeah.
wild out here.
Yes, it do.
Well, I ain't gonna keep my brother going, man. If y'all don't got no questions, hey, I'm gonna let my brother do his thing, man, because this is a busy guy. This guy does podcasts.
Nah, we
He be on
good, man.
2K getting dubs.
This is definitely worth it, and I definitely cleared my schedule, so I got all the time in the world for you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. I do.
Yes, sir. I just want to say, like, for everybody, just continue being great, continue being y'all. Don't let nobody play Jedi mind tricks on you. Don't let nobody tell you that you're not enough. Um, I really feel like that's what I always preach. Jedi mind tricks. You got people trying to take you off your game. Don't let nobody take you off your game, chat. Keep doing y'all, for real. Do y'all, because a lot of people don't really want to see you win. And the few that got you, that really want to see you win, realistically, can't be there for you every single moment. So you got to hold on and keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Don't let nobody knock you off track, for sure. Just to shout out everybody, I want to thank you, Big J. I want to thank Jug, Vixen for y'all support. All my brothers and sisters along the way that have showed me support that helped get to where I'm at, because I honestly can't be where I'm at without anybody. That it's a team effort. You know what I'm saying? There's no big I's or little U's. And yeah, that's what we stand on. We stand on business, man. I appreciate it. I love it.
Oh man.
Yes,
Oh
sir.
yeah. Oh definitely. Oh man. No what they. Oh dang! I hate to hear that, Juan Vixen. Yeah, let me know when it is cut back on, and
First
Duganoff
person
asked you.
shooters.
Yeah.
Um, First person like Call of Duty. Would you Call of Duty would be a first person shooter?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely play shooters. I definitely play shooting games for sure.
Yeah, because I know you got like what Halo, you got like Gears and like all kind of Destiny, like kind of
I
sort
know.
of.
What's this other game? The Finals. That's not a bad game. That's
Oh,
out.
that game's actually pretty cool. Mickey
Yeah.
B, good friend of mine that's part of the community, put me on that game. That game's pretty fun. I haven't played the game in forever, but trying to fix it now. Okay. But yeah, I definitely want to say I appreciate you, my brother. I know it's been a long process, but we finally did it, and
We here.
I can't thank you enough, man. You have been a really great guest, and I
Thank you.
appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you too, Brody.
We definitely gonna have to link up and do more collaborations. I'm down with that.
Yeah, for sure. You know what it is. We over here just a DM away.
Oh yeah, hey,
That's all it is.
we gonna have more collabs, man. I feel like when it comes to wrestling, I feel like we can get something cooking for sure. Basketball, I talk it. I got the game, but I ain't cooking in no 2K, man. I gave up on that a long time ago. I pretty much just game share with my brother. I get it so that he can play it. So you know.
There's nothing wrong with that. From time to time, I go into the error mode and I feel like I'm a GM. I'm drafting people to different teams. I'm doing all kinds of different things in 2K. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey, what's up, Ventures? Hey, before I end this stream,
Mic is still
Ventures,
on.
link up with this guy, HD the King. Really great supporter, man. He's part of the Tulip family. We got him. He locked in there, man. Show him some love on Twitch. Show Ventures some love on Twitch. He's on Kick as well, man. Hey, spread the love, man. Let's go.
Yo, I just got him on YouTube. You said he's on the other two as well. I'm about to pull up.
Oh yeah.
Definitely, it's been fun too, man. I feel like I don't even know how long we've been on, but it don't. I know I'm looking at the time now. It's what been an hour now. Oh man, it don't even feel like that.
It
For
really
real.
don't. A lot of the cool thing. A lot of people that do the podcast with me. A lot of them have not ever done a podcast before, and they'll tell me that they be nervous, and I'm like, you can't tell. Like when you look back at the VODs, none of them look nervous. Like they all was really comfortable and just natural with it. And I was like, I didn't see no
That's the vibe that
nervousness.
that's the vibe that you provide for us.
Hey, I just I want
It
people to feel welcome and comfortable because I would want to feel that way if I was on somebody else show. So I
for
can dig
sure.
that. Definitely,
Definitely a
man.
welcoming Finland.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate you guys. Much love to all of y'all. Mickey B, um, Venturous, Hawaiian Vixen, Jugnath. We got so many more people. And you know what? I'm gonna scroll down just so I can read their names too. We got, let's see, Boss Lady P, Labyrinth, Savvy Cat, Willie. You already know what it is. Willie, definitely appreciate you. Iron Man Duck, Much love to each and every one of y'all coming through, showing love and support. You guys are truly amazing. Love you guys. Hope y'all enjoyed this podcast, and hope y'all take my boy out and show him some love, because he's a really great guy, and he's a great supporter. One thing I gotta say about HD the King, man, he has a good heart. And brother, I appreciate you. If it wasn't for you hosting out to me, my very first host on Kick, I wouldn't have been verified, because I was having doubts in the beginning. I was like, is this a legit, like, I was like, is this a legit like place to stream? Because at the time, you know, all that was up there was like, you know, hot tubs and gambling. So I was like, I don't know if this is legit or not. So, you know, I took a roll with it, and you was my first host. And after you hosted me, a couple of people followed, and it was cool, man. We linked up, and really good people, bro. So
I appreciate that. That's always a story that I could hold, because I feel like I didn't even realize, like, you didn't give me the, and like you said before, you've been streaming for 7 years. So at that moment, you didn't give me like a new Kick streamer vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't aware that that was your first host right there. And I appreciate that. It meant something to you. You know what I'm saying? For real.
it's always gonna mean something. That's why, you know, when I see you go live, I try to at least go in there and give my boy his flowers, man. You're a really good
And
dude, man.
5 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 6 in the morning. You can see Big J. He be there. It don't matter what time. He taps in for sure. And the family know that. So you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I want to give you a shout out. Thank you for giving me my first host, and thank you for always showing love and support, not only for me but for the community. I've seen you tap in a couple of people that I rock with too. So, you know, shout out to you, shout out to the Tulip family, shout out to TLO, shout out to Good Vibe Certified, shout out to all the communities that rock with, you know, me and the Tulip family, Kick fam. I know y'all. Much love. Twitch, TikTok, YouTube. It just keeps on going, baby. Much love to y'all. I hope y'all have a great Wednesday. Till next time, y'all stay blessed.